April has ended, so that means I can share with you all the top 5 fragrances of the month of April 2024. Let's get on into it. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. The Summer Maria here. Yes, we're doing the top 5 fragrances for April. April was a good month. It was interesting. We got a little bit of some repeats in here, but also some oldies as well as some newness. So let's get into it. As always, lipstick of the day today, everyone. I wanted to go in with a bright color, so I went in with, you probably can guess it, MAC Candy Yum Yum lipstick, which is a blue-based pink. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Details on the face and all that will be in the description box as always, so you don't have to ask questions about it. Next up, we have a fragrance of the day, and I was feeling something kind of cozy because it was gloomy today. So I went in with Guerlain's Mon Guerlain, the Intense version. This one is very cozy, and I need to talk more about it in its own dedicated review, so we're gonna put a pin in that, so we'll talk about it there. But fragrance of the day is Mon Guerlain Intense, you all, from the house of Guerlain. And now let's get into these top 5 fragrances. So in the number 5 spot, yes, number 5, this is a fragrance that it started off on a rocky note. I thought it reminded me too much of something else, but then as I continued to wear my sample of it and wear it on skin, most importantly, and wear it out, really try to play in it, then I fell in love with it. And this is a sample that got upgraded to a full-size bottle, and this is from the house of Makeuo Paris. And this is Affilate Links right here. And just since we're doing favorites, it has notes of oil of juniper, jasmine absolute, and gardenia accord. There's some mandarin, there's some hyacinth, there's some broom flower, iris. We also have some orange blossom, vetiver, vanilla, and musk in here. But for me, what made this fragrance be a total standout was the hyacinth note and the gardenia second, in my opinion. Very pleasant. It's not too loud. This is actually supposed to be more of a summery fragrance from the house of Makeuo, but for me, I enjoy it more so as a springtime scent because of the hyacinth note and gardenia. I enjoy those flowers and bouquets, so for me, the fact that I got more realistic notes of those two flowers, I was like, yes. So I really enjoyed this one in the month of April for sure. It brought me a lot of joy. So yeah, that's why I ended up getting a full-size bottle of it in a previous haul. But most importantly, I'm enjoying wearing Makeuo Paris's Affilate Links. And this was the number 5 spot. In the number 4 spot, this is another one that, now this is a new release, but it's a new release I have been enjoying since I got it. I've had this since late March, early April, so I've been really wearing this one. This is from Clean Classic, you all, and this is Clean Classic Spring Breeze, which I feel like I've talked about this fragrance a lot already, but I've been enjoying it because it's been my easy reach, cool, calm, and collected type of scent. So just a reminder of the notes. We have notes of bergamot, green apple, and aldehyde. Then we have middle notes of lily of the valley, jasmine, and lavender. And then we have dry down notes or base notes of white musk, sandalwood, and orange blossom. But for me, it's the green apple note up top, and it's the lily of the valley, and it's the dry down of the musk. That is what this is. And the fact that the lavender note is in here as well, it does shine through, and the lavender shines through more on the skin for me. So this was more of a calming fragrance because there were a little bit of stressful days in the month of April. But this was the calming scent for, it's like, okay, I need something that's kind of giving me slightly aromatherapy vibes. And that was this scent for me. It was Clean Classics Spring Breeze. Very much enjoying this one because it just, I mean, the fact that it's called clean is yes, and it does smell like a fresh spring day. More so thing like fresh laundry in a lavender field. That's what this is giving me. I enjoyed it though. Very relaxing, and it brought me a lot of comfort more so than anything in the month of April. So in the number 4 spot, it goes to Clean Classic Spring Breeze. In the number 3 spot, this is one that has earned its spot because if you all recall my story with this fragrance once I shared with you, I wasn't feeling it when I first smelled it. And this is from the house of Creed, and this is Creed Carmina in the number 3 spot. So Carmina was the one I smelled it back in the fall of 2023, and I was like, I don't get the hype around this. Fast forward, smelled it in the springtime, also in the March months when I got a sample of it, and I was like, okay, now I get it, I understand. So with Creed's Carmina, it has notes of black cherry, saffron, and pink pepper. Middle notes are May rose, peony, and violet, and then we have cashmere wood, ambroxan, musk, myrrh, and frankincense. And for me, y'all, it is the saffron, it is the pink pepper, it is the peony for sure. The black cherry more so, I know that was the note that kind of got hyped up in this fragrance, but for me, the cherry is really in the background. I can smell it, but it's not at the forefront on my skin. For me, this is more of a peony scent. It's peony and rose more than anything. But it has a little kick because of the pink pepper, and you got the myrrh and frankincense going on in here. So for me, I get more of the peony note, and I love the flower of peony, so that's why I enjoy wearing this one. But it's like fresh and floral with the kick, so to me, that's why I felt like Creed's Carmina was more of a April springtime scent in my opinion. And this is truly a testament of testing a fragrance in different seasons before you completely write it off. And I'm glad I revisited you because you brought me a lot of joy in April, and actually you've been bringing me a lot of joy for spring as a whole. So I'm pretty sure when I do my spring favorites for 2024 video, Creed's Carmina is definitely going to be on that video list for sure. I can just tell you that right now, spoiler alert. But all in all, in this list, it is in the number 3 spot for the month of April, and that again is Creed's Carmina. Now for the number 2 spot. Number 2, y'all, number 2. This one is an oldie. This is an oldie but goodie. This is one that I have enjoyed. I've owned this fragrance now, I want to say 2 or 3 years. Yes, 2 or 3 years. So again, it's not new to the collection. This is from the house of Bond number 9. And oddly enough, I found myself reaching for it in April, and this is Tribeca, y'all. Yes, Bond number 9 is Tribeca. Usually I wear this scent more so in the cooler weather, mainly like fall. That's kind of how I've talked about it. I've even done its dedicated review already, so definitely check out the dedicated review on Bond number 9 Tribeca in your free time if you haven't already. But this one, it brought me joy in April. It did. So it has notes of cacao absolute, green hazelnut, jasmine sandbag. We have cedarwood, ambroxan, moss, and caramel. So it is a gourmand scent. Gourmand, slightly nutty, but still airy at the same time because of that ambroxan note that's in here. I enjoy this one, and this is a certified compliment magnet of a scent. People enjoy this one. It's the hazelnut note in here for me that I enjoy the most. And I think it's because, y'all, the hazelnut note, I immediately think of Nutella. Like the Nutella snack, the spread you can put on things. I love Nutella. It's a favorite in our house. I enjoy this. I do get the caramel too. So this is like sweet gourmand, but it's not too thick. And that's what I enjoyed about this scent. So in my opinion, normally, like I said, I would regulate this one to just the fall, but I'm enjoying Tribeca for the springtime too. And I just found myself reaching for it in April. So in my opinion, this was absolutely a favorite, and this was the number 2 spot, y'all. And this again is Bond number 9's Tribeca. This is a yes. And finally, the number 1 spot. I know you're like, okay, what could be number 1? I'm trying to figure this out. Number 1 was a newer addition to the collection, but one I found myself reaching for the most out of these up here. So it deserves its spot. And this is from Memo Paris, you all. Cappadocia or Cappadocia, from what I'm told, there's 2 ways to pronounce it. So I appreciate people educating me on that. So yes, I'm gonna do Cappadocia. I have enjoyed this one, y'all. And it's because, yeah. This is the one when I saw it was coming out, I had my eye on the notes. And when I saw that it was going to be a saffron based scent, I said, I've smelled a lot of Memo Paris at this point, which you all know. I've been talking about the brand literally since January, the beginning of the year, and I've sampled a lot of it too. But none of them really had a saffron note. So for me, Cappadocia was like, yes. I was like, okay, let me see how they're going to do saffron, because I've seen how other brands have done it. So this is one I really played with a lot. So it has main notes of saffron, sandalwood oil, and myrrh resinoid. There's jasmine absolute, orris butter. We have rose absolute. We got some olibanum in here, benzoin, vanilla. Y'all, let me tell you what I really get from this scent. This is like, it's a dry scent. It's dry. It's interesting enough. I know this may sound weird, but it's a sandalwood. It's a sandalwood, but it's a dry sandalwood. And then as it dries down on you, it becomes creamier and sweeter on the skin. This is a definition of niche perfumery, because this scent took me on a journey. Because when I first sprayed it, I was like, I don't know. It's definitely giving unisex, maybe. Yeah, it's giving unisex. But as it dried down, it got sweeter, and then it went from unisex to feminine. This was a fragrance that gave me a challenge. Then again, like I say, it was new. So, you know, let's be honest. We all kind of tend to reach for our newer fragrances more. So by default, I reached for Cappadocia the most. But more importantly, it brought me a lot of joy. And each time I wore this out and about, it gets compliments. So it does leave a scent trail. I want to say that too. But personally, I enjoyed it because it was new and it was a different take on saffron from what I'm used to. It wasn't saffron done how I'm used to. It wasn't done in a fruity way or a traditionally sweet way. This is a dry sweet. That's what made this one unique. So because it was more unique is why I enjoy Cappadocia more so this month than anything. And I will continue to wear it as well. So all in all, that wraps up my top 5 fragrances for the month of April. Let me know what you think. Do you also have some of the favorites that I have on the list? Do you recognize some of these? But more importantly, what were your top 5 fragrances for the month of April? Let me know in the comments below, because I know y'all are going to do that. Else, I know you all are very opinionated, and yes, I do read your comments and I respond when I can. So let me know what you think about the top 5, and most importantly, tell me yours. And yeah, I will catch y'all in the next video, because yeah, it is now May and we need to talk about what we're gonna be wearing in May. I will catch y'all in the next video. Bye y'all.